50をよし勝った。かっこいい。これは響きサミです。関めっぽ。おはようございます。
おはようございます。
今日、でかいバス。
でかいバス、big size。
だけ。
Only
だけ。
Only big size。
10匹。
いや、10匹。10匹。
フロッグない。
ス
ウンベイト。
タ
タイニークラッシュ。
フロッグ大好き。
大好き、はいはいはい。
でも今寒い。Hey guys, my name is Frogman. Call me Frogman and Sammy. Which do you like, Sammy or Frogman?
Frogman.
Frogman. Okay.
Frogman かっこいい。
Yeah.
Number one frog guy.
Number one frog guy in Lake Biwa, in world. In the world. Frogman
大好き。
Yeah, Frogman. Swim bait.
If you guys couldn't tell, I am back here on beautiful Lake Biwa with my great friend Vicky Sammy. And today we're gonna catch giant bass only. Biwa is super easy. The fishing here is super easy. And we're definitely gonna probably catch some bass today, for sure. I'm with the greatest of all time, so we're gonna go and have a good time today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Let's go.
Titanic.
Yeah. かわいい。スインベイト好きですか？
スインベイト、ウィンターシーズン only。ハイシーズン、フロッグ。
何スインベイト？一番好きです。
タイニークラッシュ。
タイニークラッシュ。
一番好き。ナンバーワンビッグベイト。タイニークラッシュ。デルウォーク大好き。
浅いだけ？
浅いだけ、only。
なるほど。
ディープウォーターのモニター。
ライブスコープ。どこ？
ディープウォーター。Oh my god. How
catch bass?
How meters? I don't know.
わからない。
Shallow only. Big. かっこいい。
So this time of year on Lake Biwa, the bass go basically one or two directions, kind of similar to back home. They either go shallow or they go deep. And right now we're fishing obviously just shallow water. Right now we're on Nanko or South Lake today. Past few days we've been fishing Hoko, which is North Lake, but we've had a lot of rain lately since I got here. We had a big rain the other day, and so a lot of the lake is kind of muddy, and honestly this is semi like decent water clarity, to be honest with you. But just been trying to figure out. The other day I went fishing with Sammy plus Hata Takuma, and in that video you guys will see that on Hata's channel. I may or may not have caught a fish, so you guys will have to check that video out. But today maybe we catch a bass, maybe we don't. And as some of you guys may or may not know, Lake Biwa is a very difficult body of water to catch fish. However, very difficult. But
Very big fish.
Big fish. And that's kind of the name of the game of Lake Biwa, is that you don't catch numbers, but normally the one you catch is at least a good fish. So we'll see if it even happens today, but a bite a day is basically the goal on this lake. So this isn't like a lake that you come to like to catch numbers and have a really good time. It's more of a lake you come to grind your teeth away and maybe you get lucky and get one single bite. So that's Biwa style. No! Maji ka. No! Maji ka. ごめんなさい。ごめん。本当にごめん。ほんまにごめん。
それ関西弁。
関西. My first bite ever off of one of these brick wall things. I fished 1,000 of them on this lake. It's the first time I've ever gotten bit off one. I mean, it wasn't a big fish, it was probably 5 pounds, but I was just thinking to myself, like, man, I've made 10,000 casts on this break wall kind of stuff. I've even fished this spot a handful of times before. I never got anything. So kind of gnarly. Like, it really can just happen at the most random times ever when you're not expecting a fish. But that's bass fishing, boys. That's what we do it for. Kyokyaku? Kyokyaku. 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 Toru.
Toru.
Toru. Toru. Toru. Toru. Lu. 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 Yoshi. Yabai.
でかい。取れてるしかも。
これは琵琶湖バス。やったー。
いった。強すぎ。
Yeah, boy. There it is, folks. A Lake Biwa bass. On the Klash 9. Yabai. Yabai. いい魚ですね。やったー。すごい。
Yeah.
Klash 9.
Yes. Yes. Lu. 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 Lu.
And that's why I guess that was swim baits, folks. I watched that fish underneath the bait right before it ate it, and that's when I kind of like crouched. Like, unbelievable. I can't believe that. This is another spot where these bridges, they're called Kyokyaku. Kyokyaku. I've made thousands of casts down these things and never any fish. So to get bit today in two places that I normally never get bit is very, very shocking, to say the least. And so I'm pretty stoked right now. One a day, you can always be super happy about that.
Japanese.
Ooh.
No.
Ra vi ve ooh. 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 Wowie. Ooh.
Japanese 50音。
50?
あ、いい。おお。あ、いい。おお。
マジでっか。モンスターバス。おお。
いくつもりでした。そう、去年も行かせてもらいました。行きました、行きました。本当に僕、多分2、3年。
よし勝った。よっしゃー。やば。
Two in one day. Unbelievable. Not as big, but nice fish. Super stoked. Ate it. We have fished this spot 3 days before. This is the 3rd time fishing this spot. The first time I saw a fish out on this point, there's riprap right here, and then it stops. And there's bait along this riprap, and finally caught a bass on it. Yeah, sugoi. It is.
Nice. Good. Well, this is the last point. It's been one of those days that I'll probably never forget. I've never had this much action before on this lake ever. I've caught 2 bass today, had 2 other bites. Unbelievable fishing. I know in the beginning of this video I said, you know, you get 1 bite, you're basically, that's all you're probably gonna get, but somehow to God today we got a lot of action. It's a good moon phase. The weather was nice. There was some good wind today. There was a crap ton of people, but today was a holiday. Didn't even know that going into this, but we found areas that I guess people really hadn't fished all day. A lot of people are fishing offshore this time of year because kind of the consensus is that a lot of the fish roll offshore, and a lot of fish do. However, there's still, you know, it's still a bass at the end of the day, and bass, they like being shallow. As long as you can find areas that have bait, grass, riprap, rock, like stuff like that, then you have a pretty good shot of finding a fish that's shallow. The fish that I caught with Hata Takuma was off of this point. And you know, that fish came out of grass. And then the last fish I just caught came off of riprap. And then that first fish came off of a bridge that was kind of shallow and near some grass. That had good wind. These fish in this lake is difficult. Don't get that twisted. Today was just one of those magical days that any lake could really have. I mean, you know, I compare Biwa to, you know, some of my home lakes where if I just catch 1 bass, I'm absolutely stoked. But obviously those days when you can catch more than 1 happen, and you kind of have to just be on your game and be prepared for those days to come. They're rare, and you kind of just have to really appreciate them. And so today was an absolute treat of a day with my buddy Sammy son.
Sorry, Hideki Maeda message.
今
Hot guy, sorry.
But it's just incredible, absolutely incredible. He's not even a swim bait guide, but you know, today he was able to take me out and put me on some swim bait spots. He took out my buddy Marshall. a few weeks ago, and he put Marshall on a fish. And so, even though he is just a frog guide, he's good out at Lake Biwa fishing. So, incredibly stoked on a day like today. Okay, rasto casto. Baito. Oh. God, just ain't getting it.
Well, that was a hell of a day out here on beautiful Lake Biwa. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. There wasn't that much talking. There was a lot of going on. He's trying to teach me Japanese. Nihongo sensei.
Teacher, Japanese teacher. Yeah.
Not a very good one, but we're going to get there with him. But today was a really fun time. If you guys want to come out on a guide trip, I will leave his Instagram down in the description below. You can also just check him out. He takes good photos, good videos. He also has a YouTube channel, which his side of today will be uploaded eventually. So I'll also leave that in the description down below. So other than that, arigatou gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます。
皆さん、arigatou gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます。
やば。じゃあね、皆さん。
じゃあね。